Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another CB film review. Today we're going to be looking at Julius Brents from Kansas State. He had himself an excellent weekend at the combine. He's about 6'2", 200 or so pounds. If I'm not mistaken, he just set the record for the largest wingspan at the cornerback position. Nonetheless, he's built like a pterodactyl. Really big player with that prototypical boundary corner size. I haven't watched too much of his tape or got into his profile too much, so I'm excited to do that with you guys today. Taking a peek at his general grades here, it looks like he was a pretty decent player throughout his college career. He is a 5-year player. He played his first 3 years at Iowa. Now that's a very good defensive program. I don't know the reasoning behind him transferring out, but perhaps Kansas State just offered him a better opportunity. He then went on to Kansas State and he ended up being a pretty good boundary corner. He actually finished out his 2022 season with his best grade over his 5-year career. Down here, it looks like he didn't play too many snaps total at Iowa. I'm not going to put too much weight into those seasons. His best football was when he was at Kansas State, but nonetheless, he had 1,895 total snaps at boundary corner. These highlighted stats are really the only ones I care too much about. That was his final season and his best season at Kansas State. He was targeted 52 times on the season and allowed a completion percentage of 46. I think that's a pretty good number there. He also only allowed 374 yards on the season. That's also a good number. It's not up there with the elites like Devin Witherspoon, but it doesn't look like people just had the best of him the whole season. His longest reception on the season was 55 yards. If I were to guess, that's probably going to be the game that we're watching today. He allowed 3 touchdowns on the season, not bad, and he was able to come up with 4 interceptions and 3 PBUs, and that was good for an NFL passer rating of 57.7. He also had 6 penalties on the season. I don't think that's screaming bad player. I think that's probably pretty average, maybe a little bit above average. I'm not too worried about it. Let's get right into the tape. Okay, look for number 23. This is him right here. Long body. He's playing against Quentin, Johnston, one of the best wide receivers in this entire class. It's going to be a battle. I do remember watching this game live, but I don't remember the reps. We'll see how they play against each other, but I'm sure it'll be fun. He backs off a little here. They play a lot of zone. I know that. Look at him zooming into the camera there. He's getting after the run. Guys, again, this is going to be a big play, but this is Quentin Johnston, potentially wide receiver 1 in this class. He's got some nuance to his game and his release package. You'll see that on full display right here. He's going to completely own Julius Brents, and then we'll talk about it. That late separation, yak. So here's a good angle. This is the second play of the game. You're a cornerback. Your mentality is to bring the game to the wide receiver. He loses this rep right away. He doesn't have a whole lot of safety help. You want to interrupt that timing. If you're going to get beat, at least get beat trying to get physical early in the rep. He kind of just lets QJ have his way with him. Beats him on the outside release, then stacks him, separates late. Just really good play by QJ. And then here we go. He gets this rep right back. Kendre Miller, the running back in the backfield. If you guys don't know him yet, he's in the draft this year. He's a powerhouse. Like, he should just run through any corner. Julius Brents stays in contain, and then he comes up and makes a really good tackle. I like this play right here. Just watch it develop. Contain. Big hit, good tackle. Okay, so we're neutral. We had one good play, one really bad play, and then another good play. Let's see it. Top of the screen. Playing against QJ. That's just a zone there. All right, top of the screen. It looks like a little press man here. He has no safety over the top. This is a different receiver. It's not QJ. Ooh, he snaked him. He snaked him on that release. He kind of just beats him at the line here. He's shifty. Nice route. And he's holding him a little bit there too. This is a really good angle for the next play. Julius Brents, QJ. Oh, QJ's got that easy speed. He just separates so fast at the top of that route. Top of the screen here, you see all this cushion. QJ's going to go and eat all this cushion, and then Julius Brents is just going to pick up the curl. It kind of cuts out, but you can tell what happens here. He's all over that curl. This is a weird play because watch Julius Brents. He goes to a zone, and then watch QJ. He like half jogs his route and never looks at the quarterback. I don't know. I'll watch it, and then I'll explain it in slow-mo. Just watch this. He's like walking his route, and then he throws to some weird ass option there. I think maybe QJ ran the wrong route. Watch Max Duggan's helmet. He's looking directly at QJ, and QJ's never looking back. It just looks like a lot of miscommunication. So he checks out and he goes to this hot option real quick. Like, he's like, where the hell? Why aren't you looking for the ball? None of those guys are looking for the ball. So he forces a weird ball there. I don't know who ran the wrong route or who had the wrong play, but it's just confusing. Look at him looking over there. Nobody's looking back for the ball. That's a weird play. Okay, watch this motion man. This motion guy is going to come over here. This corner is going to stack up against this wide receiver, so they're going to slide their coverage. Julius Brents is going to end up swapping, and he's going to be responsible for number 4. Number 4 then does that fake motion back like Kansas City did in the Super Bowl. In Julius Brents, he kind of identifies what's going on. He's just not athletic enough to get to this ball. Just watch it in full speed, and then we'll watch it in slow-mo. Yeah, he's a bit late. Show it again right here. Good communication. He's just a little hesitant. He gets beat there. So the general rule for a cornerback when it comes to the run game, at the bare minimum, you have to contain. What this means is you don't allow the running back or whoever it is outside of you. You want to be able to push the ball carrier towards the center of the field. So what that means is Julius Brents at the top of the screen here, he wants everything to flow in between him and the linebackers or the safeties. What he does here is he just pins his ears back and sprints straight at the ball carrier. He breaks contain, and then Kendre Miller just picks up a huge gain. Just watch. This is such undisciplined football. Look at this angle he's taking. He's sprinting into a mess, and then just it's a huge gain. Bad play. If you can bounce plays, you bounce plays, especially if there's field there. The cornerback's goal is to make sure there's no field on the outside. He's supposed to contain. He's supposed to force Kendre Miller in towards the center of the field. Instead, Julius Brents just pins his ears back, comes over here, and then Kendre Miller has a huge gain. This is just... I don't like this. This is basic stuff here. He gets sucked up and blocked. Quentin Johnston's going to hit like a quick in route here. You tell me at the top of his break if Julius Brents holds him. You know, watch it back in slow-mo. QJ's going to hit a little drag route here. He's going to get nice and parallel with this 35-yard line. And QJ just has better speed. I think Max Duggan should have hit him there underneath as well. He's the best yak player in the game. Nothing happens on this play, but this isn't even QJ on the bottom of the screen. Julius Brents is 6'2". He literally broke the record for the longest wingspan. He's got long-ass arms. I want to see him jam him. 2nd and 10's an obvious passing play. Just jam him here. Get a little physical. You're a big body. Play like a big body guy. You know, put your hands on him. Don't let him just get free releases. You know, it's not a big play or anything, but you want to see that to his game. Here's his zone play. Brents is just going to drop back here into his zone. QJ is going to come over, and he's going to kind of work towards the quarterback. Brents kind of flows towards the quarterback as well. It's nothing special, but he can play zone. This isn't a bad play by Brents at all. I don't understand the defensive play call here. He's literally a stand-up edge guy rushing a passer here, and he's going to get flattened. Watch this by the right guard. Splat. Okay, finally, Julius Brents' first good play of the game. I'll be honest with you, he already seems petrified. QJ's a menace. We know this. He's probably going to be drafted in the top 15. This is a good rep right here. I still wish he got his hands on him early. Although he's not physical with him in the route at all here, his technique is pretty sound. He does a little back pedal. He flips his hips to run with him, and then he can get his long arms in there to break up the pass. I think this is good technique. I want to see him press a little more, though. I mean, it's a good play there. But like, it looks like he's petrified there. It is good. It's definitely good technique. Yeah, I mean, it's good technique. I just want to see him a little bit more press. Julius Brents, bottom of the screen. He covers up QJ really well, but just watch Max Duggan miss on this seam route. This is crazy how bad of a miss this is. Like, that's a touchdown there, and he just whiffs. It was good coverage by Brents, but dude, that's a touchdown. Here's a good man-to-man rep here. The left of the screen there. I mean, he just covers him up pretty good. QJ looks like he kind of quits on the route, but he runs with him. Brent's down here, bottom of the screen. QJ looks like he's just dropping into a zone. Yeah, he's in zone. Oh, he punches it out. Let's see it from this angle here. Yeah, he's just dropping into his zone. This guy's supposed to be helping over here. That's busted coverage there, but good job punching this out. Look at what happens when Brents gives him a free release here. Like, he just pivots, bang, wide open. Wide open. I know he gets sacked in the backfield, but that could be a big gain if he got that out. This play makes me upset because we are now 2.5 quarters into the game, and this is the very first time he presses QJ off the line of scrimmage. And it looks like he wins the rep early because of it. It ends up being like a quarterback power to the right, but QJ's still running this route. He's still trying to sell it. Gets the hands on him early. and just, I mean, it's nothing. It's just the first time that he gets contact. I'm actively trying to like Julius Brents, but this game is making it hard. I understand that Quentin Johnston's a very good receiver, but I don't know how to explain this play at all. Like, I just don't know what he's doing on this play. I'll let you guys watch it in full speed. We'll slow it down, and then we'll talk about it. Bottom of the screen. It looks like he was in phase early. And what happens? I just don't know. Here's a better angle of it. It's like he was in phase, and then it's almost like he pulled a hammy halfway through, but he doesn't. Like, I just don't know. He quits on the play, sort of. He's looking back for the ball. I don't know how to explain this. I think he just, it's not like an effort thing. Look at him looking back for the ball, and he just stops playing. He really ends up 15 yards away from that ball. I don't know. I don't like that. That's just not good. Bottom of the screen, looks like he's in a little press man with QJ. He gets his hands on him. Oh, he loves that matchup. What are you doing? What are we doing? I know it's QJ. I know it's QJ, and he's so good, but you're selling out. You're getting dominated. He just beats him off the line and just slow reacting, not as fast, just not as good of a football player. All right, this is our very last graded play. It happens to be an interception. It's kind of a layup. You guys make whatever you want of it. Top of the screen, Max Duggan misses this in the only area he shouldn't be missing this, goal line fade. Like, he throws it soft and inside. It's like a change up. It's a turnover. We'll give him a plus grade for that play, but damn, how do you miss that far? Look at it, like QJ is, it looks like he's got a step. He's got some height. He's got the ups. Throw that ball on that back pylon, and it's probably a touchdown. Instead, he lobs it, underthrows it. I know the pressure is in his face, but just throw it away, I guess. You know, I don't know. Or just don't throw it. All right, fellas. So we got a -3 on the day. That is our first negative grade that we've given out in this cornerback series. It wasn't great. I mean, I think we saw 2 good plays, and one was the change-up interception. The other one was a pass breakup. The rest of the reps that we were grading, he was kind of getting dominated. I mean, he wasn't even just kind of getting dominated. He was getting owned. -3 is rough. I feel kind of guilty giving him a negative grade, but it was a bad day. It was a really bad day. We didn't really get to see much of what he is or what he can be. All I know is he's a huge guy with big arms, and he doesn't use them. Like, it was a rough day. It's only one game. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. From this game, you can draw conclusions, sure, but it just wasn't good. It wasn't good enough. That's all I got for you guys today. That's why we watch the film. We get to see these kind of things. You know, the combine's important. Numbers are important. PFF grades are important. But it's when you put them all together, you get to see what kind of player you're dealing with. That's why we watch the tape. If we were just looking at stat sheets and his coverage numbers, his passer rating allowed, he looks like a good player, but you just saw him against an NFL wide receiver. Granted, it's a great wide receiver. I love QJ, but it wasn't a good game. I'm looking forward to watching more of him. Hopefully he impresses me in other games. I'll let you know how that goes, but yeah, it was just a tough game for him. All right, fellas. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching Julius Brents. It was a tough one, but I think we learned a lot about the player. If you guys are interested in finding the CB1 in this class with me, I suggest you hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll catch you in the next one.